Evet. Buna da bir bakalım nasılmış arkadaşlar. Hemen görelim. Metin 2'de TR mi oynuyorsun? Kaç level'sın? Nesin? Savaşçı mısın? Büyücü müsün? O ne lan? Neyin başarımını aldım ben? Her şey var kanka. Bilmiyorum. Eski serverlara girilmiyor işte. Eski serverlara girirse daha keyifli olur da yeni serverlarda nasıl oluyor bilmiyorum. Bam bam bam bam bam bara bam. Budur bu. Arkadaş tayfası var öyle oynuyoruz. Aa, zaten arkadaş tayfası varsa o ne güzel. 6 kişi oynuyorsanız daha çok sarar.
Revelio. Lumos. Protego. Now, which way is the common room?
Oyun daha yüklenmedi bende. Neyse. Ben de Diablo'ya başlayacağım işte. Bilmiyorum. O da onun gibi bir oyun mu? O tarz bir oyun sanki. Kız ne yapıyorsun orada?
That girl thinks she can get away with anything.
She gets bolder every year.
Here, have a sip. Go on. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Diablo daha
Is it true
kapsamlı.
that someone from the ministry was with you
Oynadım
in the
onu da
carriage?
çok boğucu sarmadı. Diablo'da
yes.
o tarz evet.
A friend of Professor Fig's.
Bilmiyorum oynamayı düşünüyorum.
Oh,
İade
didn't
mi
mean to
edeyim
pry.
o kadar
Nasty
şeyse.
business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Neyse etmeyeyim ya kalsın.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye
Ya
on me.
ikinci seçeneği
It's all a bit
seçseydim daha
suffocating,
iyiydi.
to be honest. Still, she means well, and she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
İkinci seçenek daha iyi. Bu kötü olmalıydı. Yine de iyi niyetli ve inanılmaz güçlü bir şeydi. Arkanı kollayacaktı. Tanıştığıma memnun oldum. Kupandaki ne?
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up
Sarar
with
ya.
over the summer.
Merak
I'm
ettiğim bir
almost
oyunda
there,
almak
based on
istiyordum.
some reactions that may need a
Ta
bit
işte
more
o
work.
şey olaylarında sizin oynayacağınız zamanlar, olaylardan önce.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Bakalım.
Well,
Göreceğiz.
as I see it, there's little difference fundamentally between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my creativity as much as you might think.
Tanıştığıma memnun oldum.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth. And
Seninle tanışmak
thank you
güzeldi
for the
ve teyze
insights
hakkında
on your art.
görüşlerin için
Pleasure to meet
teşekkür
you as
ederim.
well.
Sizinle
Good luck
tanıştığıma da
today.
memnun oldum. Bugün iyi şanslar. Teşekkürler. Kız düşeceksin. Bakın size ne göstereceğim. Bak gördünüz mü? Bak
Lumos.
ben neler biliyorum. Ya kıskanın.
Oh, perhaps I should. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated
Şey mi?
spell.
Şapkandan
I should be able to do it
tavşan mı
non-verbally.
çıkartacaksın?
Why is this not working? Oh!
Ama sürekli
Oh, hello there.
güncellenen bir şey
Welcome to
mi?
Gryffindor.
Yeni
I'm
sezon,
Cressida.
yeni sezon
Pleasure to
sürekli bir
meet you,
şey
Cressida.
oluyor herhalde.
Splendidly
Diablo'da.
theatrical arrival to
Yani
the sorting
bitmiyor
ceremony
aslında.
last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
No, I merely studied with him briefly before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
Don't worry, you'll get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. I'm just going to keep at it.
Böyle chill bir oyun esasında.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right,
Bol
the results
diyaloglu
can
bir
be,
oyun gibi
shall we
duruyor.
say,
Hikayeli
awkward.
bazı.
Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Well, good luck with
İyi
it.
şanslar
It
seni
was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well.
Krası'da.
Enjoy your first
Sen de
day.
öyle ilk günün tadını çıkar. Teşekkürler. Kız.
I
Nelly
hope a
will do
professor teaches
anything
at
for a
this
thrill.
If I see this thing again, I'm calling a priest to pick a favourite.
I don't want to get in trouble the first day.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at
Hogwarts'ta laf çabuk
Hogwarts.
yayılır. Dedikodu diyorsun. Zaten üç kişinin bildiği miydi neydi? Sırrı değildi. Yükseklikten korkmuyor musun değil mi?
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always
Bu her
done.
zaman yaptığım bir
since
şey
I was little.
küçüklüğümden beri.
My
5
mother
yaşındayken
once
annem beni
found me on
çatıda
the
vurdu.
roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
Hiçbir ejderha ile karşılaştın mı?
I'd
Yok.
imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
New Gryffindor, Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and
Aha,
not
hayalet
fall
geçiyor.
behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your
Bundan sonra Harry Potter'ı
OWLs at the end of the
izlesim
year.
gelebilir. İsimlerini hiç
OWLs?
hatırlamıyorum ama.
Owls.
Bayağıdır Harry Potter
Yes, your
izlemiyorum.
ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
İşte buradasın. Hogwarts.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Bu portre beyin iksiriyle ünlü büyücü Fi ve büyülü sözler yanlış söylendiğinde neler olabileceğine bir örneği tasvir ediyor. F yerine S demiş. Wow. Az önce bir sağ rehberi mücadelesinin kilidini açtınız. Mücadeleyi tamamlamaya yönelik ilerlemeniz buradan görünüyor. Sağ rehberi mücadeleyi deneyim puanı veya XP kazanmanın tek yoludur. ESC. Bu sizin büyücülük seviyenizdir. Mücadelelerden kazandığınız XP seviyenizi ve gücünüzü arttırıyor. Alan kılavuzu mevcut görev ilerlemenizi takip eder. Devam etmek için görevler menüsünü seçin. İlk rehber sayfanızı topladığınızda yeni bir görev kategorisinin kilidini açmış olursunuz. Maceranız boyunca açtığınız yeni mücadeleler burada görünecektir. Her mücadelenin kademeleri vardır. Tamamladığınız her kademe görünüşten kritik yükseltmelere kadar özel ödüller açılır. Ödüller mücadeleler menüsünden alınmalıdır. Kilidi açtığınız ödülleri toplamak için sık sık geri gelin. Tamam. Oyun dondu.
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Mesela bunlarda yok mu?
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Revelio.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Alan kılavuzunuzda Oo. Sol taraf öğrenci ev ve profesörlerin yaşadığı yerdir. Sağ tarafta evlerin ortak odaları ile büyük salon. Devam etmek için Güney Kanada bölgesini seçin. Güney Kanada. Reisi için orta salon kilidini açtı. Sizin için. Şurayı açmış. Haritayı döndürmek AD ve Space ile orta salon floor hızlı seyahat edin. Edecek miyiz? Edeceğiz herhalde.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Profesörü takip etmeye devam.
Lumos, Revelio, Protego.
I can never get enough of the castle.
Always something here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Oğlum ben bunları nasıl şey yapacağım? Harita çok büyük.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Teşekkürler
Thank
Profesör.
you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in
Vay,
at least
hızlanacağız
showing
ha.
you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use
Herkese
your
good
field
luck
guide.
today.
It
Good
will
luck
be
today.
invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Revelio.
Smoothing elixir for my hair. Tricked. Smells like flowerwood.
Revelio. Lumos. Protego. It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little receptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with
Bunda da
your time
konuşamıyoruz
than
ki
she would
altyazı
approve of.
okumakta.
And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster
Biraz
that
sessiz
would be better left between us.
yayın oluyor.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the
Ne
benefit
mutlu
of
ki
an
sizlere rehberlik
exceptionally
edecek
skilled
son
team
derece
of witches
yetenekli
and
bir cadı
wizards
ve
to
büyücü
guide
ekibe
you.
sahipsiniz.
Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Mevcut görevler haritasını takip edebilirsiniz. M. Ana görevleri tamamlamak hikayeyi ilerletir, yeni özelliklerin kilitliğini açar ve XP kazandırır. Bunlar ana görevler. Tamam. Bazı görevler büyü veya seviye gereksinimi nedeniyle kilitlidir. Bu durumlarda görevi etkinleştirmek için gerekli seviyede olmanız, gerekli büyüye sahip olmanız gerekir. Yeni büyüler profesörün ödevlerini tamamlayarak veya görev ödülleri olarak kazanabilirsin. Bu ne? Karanlık sanatlara karşı savunma sınıfı. 2 tane dersim var. Bence buraya gidelim.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Bu şekilde. Güzel.
Lumos. Revelio.
Her yeri keşfedeceğiz.
Revelio.
İçeriden mı geliyor o ses?
Revelio.
Yukarıdan geliyor herhalde bu.
Lumos. Revelio.
Bu mu? Allah Allah. Neyse arkadaşlar. Ben yemeğe kaçar. Kaçamadım.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No?
One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Alsans, ha bunu biliyoruz. Go.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Fi.
Levioso!
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Levioso. Levioso. Protego.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Protego.
Protego.
Levioso.
Complicates things. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Good form.
I know.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say
If only all of my students were this adept.
Ne yaptım ya ben? Fazla mı kolay oldu?
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Normal olması biraz şey mi oldu? Kolaya mı kaçtı?
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's
Leviosa.
enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time. Levioso!
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
I'm avoiding our common room today.
If you...
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Neyse.